FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
Welcome, and you are listening to the Financial Survival Network. I'm Kerry Lutz, and today is July 1st, 2020. Well, we heard a lot of things about the economy slowing down, GDP crashing, and all these other negative things going on, unemployment at record levels. Well, is there hope? We want to find that out. And certainly when it comes to real estate, we'd like to know what's going on there. What's your experience? What do you think? Can you please email us, kl@kerrylutz.com. That's kl@kerrylutz.com, and let us know your thoughts, what you're experiencing. In the meantime, I have Debbie Bloyd here with us again. And Debbie, you've been in the mortgage biz for a long time, and we want to get your feedback here, what you think is going on here. It looks like home sales are way up.
I think it's all relative. You know, it's the where do we live? What's going on in our family? How's our financial family outlook? And so while you hear that there's a lot of people unemployment, you know, none of the people that I'm working with to refinance or purchase a house are unemployed. Everyone that I'm working for, they do have money to put down on a house, or they're refinancing to get cash out to put them in a better position. So this has been my busiest year ever.
Really? So mortgage money is readily available. There hasn't been any let up because I thought JP Morgan Chase, they had raised their criteria up the credit score. You had to have at least a 700, and they weren't doing anything but conventional, or I guess, you know, they pretty much wanted to get away from anything less than 20% down. Has that in fact materialized?
That is true for them, but it's not for me. So I'm a mortgage broker, and that's the reason I became a mortgage broker, is so that I could have things to offer everybody. I do loans down to 550 FICO scores. So you can still get an FHA loan, 3.5% down with a 550 credit score. Your interest rate's 5% rather than 3%, but you still get a house. You have to know where to look. You have to know to go to brokers instead of big banks. Big banks have tons of overlays. As a broker, I work with companies like Quicken Loans, UWM, Caliber. They all have their own overlays, but I'm a broker, so I've signed up with about 15 to 20 different companies. I've got somewhere to take you if you can go the conventional route and you're self-employed and have to do a bank statement loan. I still do those. So You can still get a loan. You just have to look outside the traditional ways. There's not going to how we're going to finance our homes. They're very slow moving snail kind of people. They're not going to change. So you have to go to someone that's independent like me that can provide you lots of choices.
So the money's out there, even though the traditional lenders, your banks, if you will, have upped their criteria. There's still plenty of money. And it seems like due to all the stimulus, Federal Reserve actions, they've literally opened the spigots, the money spigots. And I guess that could well be a reason why we're seeing such active real estate markets here, huh?
A lot of my clients aren't, you have to have a minimum of your own earnings to get that stimulus check. Most of my clients haven't gotten any. Most of my clients that are buying homes make more money. So they have the money to put down, they have the reserves, they've got money in their 401k and their asset accounts. My first-time home buyers even are in really good shape right now. They maybe have $20,000 or $30,000 in their retirement account. They've saved up $10,000, $20,000 to put down on a house. So they're still able to buy even with the normal FHA guidelines. The credit scores did climb up for some of the lenders, but not for all of them. So there's a place for everybody. You just have to know where to look.
All right. So as far as your practice is concerned, are you nationwide?
No, I just do loans in Texas. So Texas, like I said, everything with real estate is regional. It's local. So I'm in the Dallas market. I lend in Dallas, Austin, Houston, Bryan College Station, anywhere in Texas. I've done loans in Abilene. I've done loans down in Brownsville and Corpus, everywhere. And so, you really have to look at why people are moving. A lot of my people were wanting to get bigger homes. A lot of my first-time home buyers, their lease was up in May. They had to buy anyway, pandemic or not. They wanted a place to go. This is what they've been planning on. So they found agents that would take them out and show them houses. For a while in Texas, we couldn't go in houses that people lived in, but the agents were able to get in empty houses. So if it was listed on MLS and the people already moved out, those houses were the ones being shown, as well as all new builds. So now people are letting people back into their homes. They've made more listings, and we got more virtual tours. But people are looking online now more than ever.
So what about pricing? Have prices come down? Are they stable? Are they going up?
No, there's a bidding war out. Today, I got a first-time home buyer. He's bid on 4 houses, and he had multiple offers, and he got ousted on every one of the other deals. So this time, he just overbid by $5,000 and got the house. You'd be shocked at how much bidding is going on in certain price ranges. He's a first-time home buyer under $300,000 range. Those houses go fast. If they don't go to first-time home buyers, they go directly to investors. And investors are always looking for those houses. So they go fast in that price range. Now, if you're sitting on an $800,000 house, may not go as fast.
What about in the middle? I guess that would be...
The middles are busy. So it depends on everything is location of your house and how it's priced. I just helped a client sell a house in the $400,000 range. She priced it at $399. It probably could have gone for $425, but she needed new carpeting and new paint. And I said, you can either price it at $400 and come down and waste time, but she already had a house which she wanted to buy that was we didn't want to put on a contingent offer. So we had to hurry up and sell the house. And so she understood the game. There is a game to this. So if you want to sell it fast, you go in a little low so that you get multiple bids on it and you sell your house within 30 days. If you're not in any big rush to move to the next home, then sure, put it a little high and see what you get. A lot of these houses still get multiple offers, especially if they've been redone and they're pretty and they're updated. In her case, she lived there 20 years and never updated anything. It wasn't going to go fast unless we priced it fast.
And what kind of rates are we looking at here, Debbie?
FSN Radio. It's all about what's next.
Financial Survival Network is brought to you today by Oren Resources, a junior exploration company with the appetite of a major. It's hot on the trail of the next globally significant discovery, creating enormous potential upside for you, the shareholder. Oren is one of the most aggressive exploration companies pursuing high-grade, scalable gold and copper deposits, and has a premier 7-project portfolio, including its 2 flagships, Committee Bay in the Arctic and Sombrero in Peru. Oren's unparalleled technical team and highly experienced management has a history of success in advancing and monetizing exploration assets. No wonder Oren's been called one of the best in the junior exploration sector. Oren trades on the TSX and the NYSE under AUG. To learn more, go to orenresources.com. That's AURYN resources.com.
The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
I've got 30-year rates at 2.99.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. Now,
I never thought I'd live.
I know, isn't that scary?
Yeah, that's
and that's with no
crazy.
points. So, a lot of lenders are offering points, but again, it depends on who you're shopping with. I work with big national lenders that give incentives to us. So if I lock that loan within 22 days, I get the rate at 2.99. I can get that rate if I lock it 30 days or 45 days. It just costs me something. And those are called discount points. So I try to get my clients to be patient and wait for the rates. We have plenty of time to lock. We just got to get them through underwriting. The slowest part right now are the appraisals. Appraisals are taking longer because those guys aren't moving fast. They're not going to all the houses. And a lot of those desk reviews take a while. So that's the kind of the part that's slow for us. It's not the underwriting. Underwriting is 2 days.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. And that rates are that low and that demand has picked up. Do you have an influx of people coming from other parts of the country, Debbie?
Yes, I've got, since I do a lot of my business in Dallas and in College Station in Austin, a lot of companies are relocating their employees here. And I think we're going to see that change too, as employers are understanding that they can hire somebody in Detroit and they can keep living in Detroit. They don't have to move them to Dallas because they can work over their, work out of their home. They can telecommute. I think that's going to change the way a lot of companies move. But we do have a big influx of companies coming to Texas. And so a lot of California families, a lot of East Coast families are moving here. They really like the rates. They like our public schools are great. And so they're award-winning public schools. They don't have to put their kids in private school. And the cost of living is much better. So we're seeing a bunch of people move to Texas right now.
Not to mention a no state income tax. We can never emphasize that enough. That's a biggie, especially in this day and age. And so I guess the social unrest situation in Texas, where is that? I've heard Austin's got these crazy people demonstrating all the time.
Yeah, and I'm in my little 10 by 10 office, and I try not to watch so much of the news other than it fits to financial stuff. But I think we're going to have uprisings. It's going to continue around the country. If you're focused on that, you're going to see it. If you're like me, I'm not watching the news anymore. I'm just doing my job and staying in my box. I've got 2 kids in college, and they keep me updated on where everybody's protesting and what's going on. But I do think it's going to change the way we do business and change the way companies do business. I lend to everybody. So, I've been signing disclosures and going through my thing. I work with older people. I work with people of all nationalities, some that speak English and some that don't. We always say in the mortgage business, if they have a social security number and they have money to put down, we're happy to do a loan for them. So it doesn't really matter to us.
Even if they don't have a social security number, you might be able to help them, right?
Yeah, there are companies that do foreign nationals, and we can still help you.
God, what a world. Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear somebody's doing well in the midst of all this insanity. Hopefully the country will continue or resume opening up. I mean, the numbers, like I know about
it is scary, isn't it?
Well, it's scary if you watch the news mostly. I was just talking with somebody, and I did some research on the numbers of deaths, because really it all comes down to deaths in the end. And, in Texas yesterday, they had 10 deaths. And I think you guys have like 30 million people in Texas.
We're full.
Yeah, you're number 2. Arizona had 0. Florida had 28. California, which has 40 million people, had 33. So doesn't exactly sound like it's a pandemic anymore.
No, I think you just have to be smart. I mean, wear your mask out. I've always been kind of a germaphobe. So my kids, when they were little, we had wet wipes in the car. And I would make them wash their hands every time they got in the car. And they used to laugh at me. And now they don't laugh anymore. But I think it's really self-awareness. I went out to dinner last night. You wear your mask in, you take it off when you get to your table. Stay away from sick people. I mean, just the same stuff that moms tell their kids to do all the time. So I just think we have to be smart. And I think employers, families, if they're financially secure with their jobs and now they've been in their homes, you're going to see a lot of people moving just to get bigger homes or refinish a home, maybe reprioritize what rooms they have in their home.
Yes, very true.
Because you can't have husbands and wives and kids. Like I was working from my office, thank goodness. My kids were at my home and they were both in college finishing out their semester. Everyone needs a spot, a little cave to go in. And if you don't have that,
the more space, the better.
We're going to kill each other. Right.
Yeah. Well, that's such a great point, because I talk with people who are working out of small apartments in Manhattan, in Chicago, in LA. And now it's like, this could be the new norm. You might not be going back to your office. I know for my younger daughter, they were in Manhattan in a 1-bedroom. They both have jobs where the employer said, you don't have to come back for the rest of the year and probably not for 2021. So
gosh.
So they left the city, rented a 2-bedroom where they have a second bedroom with an office and a nice large living room, and amenities in condo buildings now are going to be like little mini WeWorks. They were kind of heading in that direction, but nobody really used them. Used the business areas. I've been in a number of them.
I have one in my high rise on the 7th floor. Yeah.
Yeah, now all of a sudden these things are in demand, and this has become a viable marketing criteria. I remember my daughter moved to Denver when she graduated from college, and she went to a building and it had a theater in it. It had barbecue grills, pool, obviously, and a big meeting room with a bar. I mean, that could be used as a bar. And it was like nobody ever used this stuff. Now I got to believe what people want really has changed. Well, hey, people want to find out more about you, and they're in Texas. Debbie, how do they contact you?
My cell number is with me morning, noon, and night. I took a low nap last night at a baseball game, so I have it with me all the time. It's 979-220-3018. And you can find me. I'm doing all the social media stuff now. DLB Mortgage Services is on Facebook, Instagram, and I'm even on TikTok now. TikTok is a big thing.
Got to be careful of TikTok. It's Chinese communist
I know.
social media portal.
They're just watching me show pretty homes and telling the people they can get financing for it. And I promised my kids I wouldn't dance. So
all right. As long as you're not dancing. All right. Hey, well, we appreciate you coming on, and always a pleasure. Good luck. Questions, comments? We'd like to know where you're at with housing. Email us, kl@kerrylutz.com, Twitter feed @kerrylutz, Facebook page, Financial Survival Network, and, of course, our website, financialsurvivalnetwork.com, where you should sign up for a free newsletter. Debbie, we'll talk to you real soon.
Thank you. Have a great day.
FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.